Good Monday morning, everyone. Welcome to First 15 at 8:15. This is Rich Levin. We conduct these First 15 webinars every Monday from 8:15 to 8:30. We do about 10 to 12 minutes of good solid content and a few other reminders around that. The First 15 on Mondays is public for anyone you want to invite to look at what we do with all of our coaching clients, and then the rest of the week, of course, it's for clients. And this month we're covering the topic, we've covered sellers, we've covered buyers. What did we cover the third month? Forget. But this month we're covering all topics about marketing. So also reminder, it is Monday, and on Mondays we have live Q&A calls at 8:30 and 11:30. Those are only for coaching clients, but remember, right after this call and then again at 11:30 for people who are on the western part of the world, and we record every First 15. This one also, anyone can go to realestategradschool.com, go to Coaching and First 15, and anyone can listen to the Monday webinars for the last 30 days, and the rest of the week is for coaching clients. So March is marketing, and marketing is extremely important to your business. Why do I say marketing is extremely important to your business? Because I gave you an example last week, and I'll just give you a quick reminder now. And that is that agents who build their business on marketing have a reputation. People go to them. People come back to them. People refer them. When the market gets more difficult, interest rates go up or whatever will make the market difficult, people who have a reputation, who have a marketing presence, a brand, will get more of the business because people trust a brand, and so those people who build their business purely on prospecting, and they're not taking all those great prospects and building a marketing campaign around them, are building a business that's built on just a little bit of straw. And the reason I say that is because we gave an example last week. I won't give it again. It's a little sad, of an agent who built a tremendous business, one of the top agents in the marketplace, hundreds of transactions a year built on prospecting. But when he wasn't able to prospect, his business sort of comes tumbling down, and I gave a couple examples of that last week. So marketing is critically important to build your business, to maintain your business, to put a solid foundation on your business, to give you business equity. But again, we talked about that last week. We talked about marketing, we talked about sphere of influence, and now today I want to talk specifically on how you build a great marketing piece. So how do you build a mailing that will get response, a mailing that will generate leads for you? Now last week we talked about the characteristics of this mailing. The fact that you'd want to have a good presence of the agent, and this is one of my favorites because it has a nice big picture of Irene, and although that picture is pretty big, it's not overwhelming because the postcard is so rich of color and images. You want to have a real estate. And Irene featured this one great house with one exterior and 3 interior pictures. The postcard was crisper than this, but I scanned it for this presentation. You want to have a brand, and Irene has built a nice brand with the green and the yellow and her picture and that curve. So when you see one of Irene's postcards, you go, oh, I recognize that. That's Irene Bennett. You want to have calls to action. If you're considering a move, please give me a call. I appreciate your referrals. And you don't see it because it's on the reverse side, but you also want to have a message from you and what we call an embedded statement of your expertise, selling fine homes in Mendon and Honeoye Falls for over 20 years. So this has, as simple as it looks, all the elements that cause people to respond to a postcard. Now those of you who want to know more about that can go to last week's, I think really Monday through Thursday's daily webinars really covered this whole topic and showed you how to build it. Now I want to talk about how to get a campaign done. So what do we mean by a campaign? By a campaign, I mean building a series of marketing efforts that get the maximum amount of business from a particular market. I just made that up, but I think that's a good definition of a campaign. Building a series of marketing efforts that get the maximum amount of business and build brand and reputation from a particular market. So whether it's a sphere of influence campaign where you're doing many things to get the most business possible from your spheres of influence, or it's a farming campaign where you're doing a series of things to build your brand, your reputation, get the most business from a geographic area, or a relocation campaign, a new construction campaign, whatever type of marketing campaign it might be, this is how you build a direct mail campaign. There are 7 steps. The first step is to create a mailing list. So I often will ask people when I can see that they're lacking listings, hear that please. When an agent is lacking listings or they want listings, the first place my mind goes, and the first place I want their mind to go, is to their marketing. Now granted, if you're a prospecting agent, if you're thinking listings, man, call expireds. Call expireds every single day. Call for sale by owners every single day. That will build listing inventory, no doubt about it. If you're not the type of person that's going to do that, then the way you get your listings, and even if you are an agent who's going to do that, the way you double and triple the amount of listings you get is by creating a sphere of influence and marketing campaigns. And the first thing you need with your sphere of influence in particular is a mailing list. So this is what I say. I say, imagine that you won the lottery. And man, you are going to have a party. You're going to get the biggest tent they sell. It'll cover your entire backyard, assuming you have a normal city type or suburban type backyard. And you are going to invite you're going to get things for the kids. You have won millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars. And you're just going to invite everybody you know and everybody that knows you. What is that mailing list? Make that mailing list. Man, every relative you have, every friend you have, every client you have, every vendor who works with you. So I give you a list, and if you want this list, Chav, I don't know if we have a what do you call it, resource document for today. So I think I have a copy of this. We can make our resource document for today. This is resource documents, the things we give you to reinforce and remind you what we did on these webinars, and we put them all into the Real Estate Grad School library, or they come from there. This is a list to prompt you, so people you know from your old job, people you know from school, people you know from colleges, people you know from church, manicurists, vegetarian, veterinarian, vegetarians too, physicians, people you know from clubs, music teachers, computer repair people, man, everybody, children's teachers, friends and parents, everybody you can think of that you would like, that know you, even they just know you by face, you want them to know that you sell real estate. So you make this mailing list of all the people you know and who know you that you would like to get their business and the business that they might refer to you. Now, we're not talking about strangers. We're talking about the people who really you have some relationship with. So step 1 is to create that mailing list. So you have the longest, strongest, most terrific list of people on your mailing list. Then you have to do the thing that stumps some people, and that is create or draw a template. I'm going to show you what that means in a second. And a template that will have houses on it. So you're going to choose which houses and what language. Now these are 9 different templates. Imagine that up in the left-hand corner, every time that Kim sends this mailing, it has that look with no one knows the village like Kim Adelman. It has 2, 4, 6 houses. It has information on those houses. There's Rose. Every time Rose sends a mailing, she has that blue on the left. She changes the color on the right. Every time Tirtza, each one of these agents has built this brand. What is the brand? It's the layout, the design, the colors. So you draw a template, how it's laid out. Your picture on the left, houses on the right, and you can just draw it as roughly as you like. Because what you're going to do is you're going to send it to a graphic designer. But after you choose it, figure which houses you want to put in it, what information on the houses you want to put on it, what message you might want to put on it from you, so that every one of your mailings will look similar, will look like it's your brand. Now there's Irene's, but there's 4 of Donna's. You see how there's 4 different postcards, all her brand. Now people say, don't people get tired of this? Yes, and that's what you want. You want people, when you see a Coca-Cola commercial, you look at first to see if there's anything new about it, and then you go, okay, it's just Coca-Cola. That's all Coca-Cola wants. So the next time you walk into the store, instead of just looking for orange or grapefruit or Pepsi or Sprite, you're more likely to grab a Coke. Maybe not you in particular. I am. So you want to build your brand so when people think of real estate, they're so bored by it, they always think of you first because you've made it clear that's what you do. So you need to you need to draw a template, know how you might want this thing laid out just a little bit. We can always help with that. Which houses are you going to use? And then you're going to choose a graphic designer. Now, there's a company we've begun to work with. I like them a little bit. I haven't worked with them long enough to say they have a wild endorsement, but there's a company called postcardmania.com. Postcardmania.com. You can look for, Chava, what's her name? You can come up or come over to my office and let me know that. Samantha, thanks. Ask for Samantha Held, H-E-A-L-D. Tell her you're a real estate grad school person. She'll take care of you because they have they are a print company, but they do graphic design. But look for a graphic designer in your own area. Somebody's going to take what you want in that template and turn it into colors, layout, design, a brand that you're happy with. And then it says, then I say, step 5, proof it until you're satisfied. And one of the things I like about Postcard Mania, and any company you choose, you want to pay them a flat fee for as many proofs as it takes. So they charge, Postcard Mania charges $99 for unlimited proofs. Now, you don't have to do that every time you send a postcard, because if you're just changing out houses, changing out language, there's no charge for most companies. But when you're building this, you really want to have a graphic designer. You want to proof it until you're satisfied. And those of you that are coaching clients know you can send that to me, and I will give you some advice on building a postcard that will work nearly every time you send it. So let's break that rumor right now, or that false thought. The idea that you have to send something 6 or 10 or 15 times to get a result. If you have to send something 6 or more times to get a result, then what you're sending isn't very good. Now, it may graphically look great, may be beautiful. People may say they love it. But if you're sending it 6 or more times, 3 or more times, and people aren't responding, it's not working. So there's something structurally wrong with it. Maybe graphically beautiful, but structurally wrong. What I mean by structure is how you've designed it, the language you're using in it. So you want to proof it until you're satisfied, and you want to look for results from nearly every mailing. And then, second to last, you want to choose a printer. And some companies will both design and print for you. Sometimes you print yourself, whatever you like. But the point is, you have to then get it printed. So you can use one company who is going to work with you to do a lot of these pieces. And then, of course, last of all, you send it. Now, why all this attention and effort? Because postcard mailings have not gone out of style. Why? Because they work so darn well. Now, you want to be present on Facebook. You want to be present on social media. You want to be present on Instagram. You want to do all of the other things you do to build your business and to market yourself. But the reason postcards haven't gone out of style is because you force a person to look at it, to hold it in their hand, to flip it over, and when they see your picture and they know you, they recognize you, they're going to take a moment to see if you have anything to say that might interest them. And that's why I'm continue to be such a big proponent, but it's more than that. It's because I see the results it brings to you. So use all of your other marketing efforts, but in addition to that, add a good solid direct mail mailing. So your ingredient for your recipe of success today is get your next sphere of influence or farm marketing piece sent by the end of April and another by the end of June. So create the template, create the mailing, not with the thought that you're going to just get this out, but with the thought that you're going to choose other houses and you're going to continue to keep the brand and send it again by the end of June. And you know what? Again by the end of September. So that you're used to, at least for minimum 6 to 9 times or even 12 times a year, you're sending marketing pieces to the people who know you and like you, so they never forget that you sell real estate and you're really good at it. And that's the goal of your marketing effort. So with that, we do this every day. I'm sorry, every weekday, Monday through Friday, except holidays. And on Mondays, it's open to the public. So please join us. If you're not a member, if you're not a coaching client already of Real Estate Grad School, join us every Monday for free, or call us. We have the most cost-effective coaching program on earth. It's just $49 a month with no commitment, month to month, or $4.99 a year, and save a couple $100. And we provide more coaching, more attention, and more effective topics, content, than any other coach. And I challenge you to find me somebody who does as much as we do and is concerned and committed as strongly as we are to your success. So feel free to call us. Don't forget your assignment. Hug the ones you love. Make a great day. Make a sale. And have a fabulous April and a fabulous spring. Be well. Bye.